we have been taking a great amount of initiative in order to promote the entrepreneurship to the next level. The loans are extended to the industrial units. The term loans that are provided up to 2 crores are sanctioned for the proprietary. Good morning and welcome to the first session in Unit 3, Entrepreneurship and the Small Business Development, where we are going to talk about the starting of small businesses. Now, why this is important? We have been speaking about the growth of MSME sector for a long time now. MSME sector is one sector that has been really promising as per the government of India, and each one of us want to be a part of this journey. If you see the state of Uttar Pradesh, recently they have been able to generate more than 1 lakh jobs in the area of the small scale industry. And with the Atmanirbhar plan and the Startup India movement, we have been taking a great amount of initiative in order to promote the entrepreneurship to the next level. But then when you want to start a small business, there is a lot of questions that comes in your mind. Plus, the most important thing is the financial assistance that you seek in terms of starting up a small business. So let's just look into this factor. Due to the industrial revolution and re-emergence of small-scale industries, there is a change in the Indian economy. Definitely, we need to agree to this statement. Why? Because right from the time of industrial revolution and what we are seeing right now, we have been able to see a whole lot of change in the dynamics. That is, people have now started questioning very clearly about the factor how we are trying to grow our economy to the next level. When you compare yourself with countries like China, Vietnam, Taiwan, Japan, Malaysia, or any other industrially advanced countries, all of them have concentrated to a great extent on the medium and the small scale industries, which has promoted the growth of the country to the next level. So India also wants to follow the same footstep and try to become a manufacturing hub in the long run. So the government has now tried to propose, has now tried to come in with a lot of ideas, with a lot of incentives to promote this sector so that we will be able to see growth happening in this particular sector. Followed by the widening of small-scale industrial structure has been there for the past few decades. So in the last 10 years, especially if I have to talk about, there has been quite an amount of initiative that has been pushed in terms of building up these small-scale industries, and we want to see that these industries turn out to become the next big sector in our country. Followed by the small-scale industries increase their installed capacity and output, but the wide range of new small industries have also come into existence. One side, when we were talking about the cooperatives, when we were talking about the same kind of businesses, that is the cottage industry that was actually existent in our Indian economy, we're also seeing a lot of new industries like packaging or metallics, or when we look into the ancillary parts business, when we look into plastic industries, or when we look into fiber casting industries, these are the new kind of small scale industries which are also coming up the same line. So what we are able to see here is that with the existence of new age industries, I would just like to mention that name here, the new age industries coming into picture. These are also trying to change the dynamics altogether. So there has been an increased competition, there has been an increased factors of expanding markets, exports have also started going up, and with the increase in the automobile sector emphasizing on government, we have seen that many people have started coming into this line and they have started manufacturing. Now, if you also look into the real estate sector, with the advent and increase for housing going up, small scale industries which are aligned in terms of manufacturing plywood, manufacturing doorknobs, metals, or manufactured sand, all these kind of companies have also come up, and they are trying to push the business to the next level, to the next origin as far as possible. Now, what we are trying to understand, one side is small scale industries and its scope of operations have definitely brought in importance in terms of the provincial administrative factors. The other side, there is a lot of institutional assistance that we are seeing at the various level. So, this combination of plus and minus, that is one side when you are seeing the existence of small scale industries, and the other side, the dominance of large industries. This is going to be a new journey in terms of the institutional factor. This is going to take the business to the next height, to the next level as far as possible. Now, with this, let me just also tell you what is the institutional support that we are providing to our small scale industries in India. How are these small scale industries trying to come up? Where is the anchor for them in terms of growth? The one side that we are seeing is that the institutional supports that are offering financial assistance is the state-run financial corporations. That is, Government of India has established several state-run financial corporations in each of the state according to the provisions of the State Financial Corporation Act of 1951. That has been quite interesting, quite important altogether. So we have seen that the state has come forward in terms of keeping these factors in mind, and they have built the institution altogether. What they have typically tried to do or try to build here is that in each of the state-run financial corporation, there are various departments which are being used to identify the factors, the changes that have come in, how we need to take it forward, where we need to give in a better push, which are the industries that require a lot of emphasis has been given there. And with the Act of the 1951, when they were established, they have tried to see that the emergence, the establishment is being given more emphasis, more importance in terms of bringing up the industries in all sectors as far as possible. Followed by the state financial corporations have established to fulfill the financial needs of small and medium enterprises. That's the primary objective. So they have been designed with a specific purpose that you identify in each and every district, which are all the industries that could probably develop, that could be probably brought into existence, that can provide employment, that can create a further build altogether. Followed by the objective of state-run financial corporation is to cater to the long-term financial needs of the entrepreneurs. So that is also coming up in a big way. Why I would like to say this is that the objective of a state financial corporation is first of all to identify the financial needs. What is the assistance that they are looking further in terms of building the entrepreneurs, in terms of making the entrepreneurs even more stronger. So that's why they try to find out, they try to assess, they try to evaluate the situation and help the entrepreneurs with new ideas, with new options altogether. Followed by the loans are extended to the industrial units which are engaged in manufacturing, processed foods, mining, etc. Now, Karnataka, as being a state which has got a lot of mining repositories, it is known for its various manufacturing capabilities apart from the IT industry. And there is also, we are accustomed in terms of processed food and so many other small scale industries. So what the government has done is that they typically identify these sectors. They try to give them a lot of push in terms of understanding, in terms of the growth that is required and in terms of putting them to a long-term process altogether. So that's where I would see that this is an extended version. This is a area where a lot of emphasis is being given altogether. Followed by loans are extended to service industry sector like hotels, tourism services, video recording studios, maintenance of home appliances, computer services altogether. So when you see all those factors, when you start looking into the sector altogether, you will start appreciating, you will start understanding that at some point of time, places like hotels, tourism, which is of a very great revenue center, which is of a great industry by itself, today has been, affected because of the pandemic. But nevertheless, these are the areas where you will see that there's a lot of foreign revenue coming inside and you need to push it up. Now, states like Odisha, Karnataka, when you look at Madhya Pradesh, when you look at Gujarat, when you look at Rajasthan, all these states have emphasized a lot on tourism and tourism related activities because they are blessed by nature in terms of promoting it. Not to forget Kerala, the God's own country, they have taken a lot of initiative in terms of pushing tourism to the next level as far as possible. So definitely this is one of the centers, this is one of the most emphasized part, I would like to say, where you need a lot of institutional support, where you need a lot of push coming in from the government in terms to build it. Now, the state financial corporations have identified a certain group of beneficiaries in which the financial assistance and important beneficiaries that we are looking in is the purchase of machinery, modernization. These are certain minute helps that are needed on a timely basis so that they will be able to make the industry even more effective. The output will be even more better and you will be able to see growth happening in the sector on a timely basis. Followed by the hotels, the restaurants, hospitals, nursing homes, diagnostic centers, central loan schemes for technically feasible projects, women entrepreneurs and tourism. Now, if you look at these sectors, these are far and wide spread sectors. They do not have much of visibility or marketing as that of an IT industry or a normal industry altogether. So what does the government want is that they need to give some push. They need to give some extra care to this kind of industries, to these kind of sectors where you need a lot of thinking, where you need a lot of visibility altogether so that even these sectors can improve and they can come up. Nowadays, when you start thinking about healthcare, when you start thinking about the pharma industries, when you start thinking about the women cooperatives, these are the new emerging sectors which need to be given a lot of emphasis for growth and for development. So the State Financial Corporation is definitely looking into these areas, trying to provide them a maximum benefit scheme altogether. Followed by the Karnataka State Financial Corporation, which is one of the most reputed ones among the state finance, has been involved in a lot of loan schemes for extending financial assistance to suit almost all kind of industrialists, entrepreneurs, technocrats, service sectors like hotel, hospitals, etc. It gives the financial assistance in terms of setting up tiny, small, medium enterprises across the various districts of Karnataka. They have been very strong in terms of promoting industrial units altogether, and they have been in terms of extending loans to new and existing units up to 500 lakhs, that's up to 5 crores for the corporate bodies and the registered cooperative society. So this is definitely something which is very interesting for all of us to know. Why? Because the Karnataka State Financial Corporation has been there in existence, trying to push, trying to make something new, trying to take it across in terms of building it, in terms of coming up all together. And this has been quite interesting for all of us to see, because what is very important for us to understand, to take up, is that they have been extending a great amount of support altogether. They've been extending a great amount of thought process in terms of building it and in terms of taking it forward. And this is why our state corporation is also coming up in a big way to support all kind of industry. Of course, if you see in the Industrial Development Index, Karnataka holds a lot of prominence in terms of the small scale industrial body. Followed by the term loans that are provided up to 2 crores are sanctioned for the proprietary, partnership and Hindu undivided family. So there's been a lot of growth center that we have been talking about. And it is also extended lease financial assistance, hire purchase assistance altogether, followed by the merchant banking department, which has been approved as a category 1 merchant banker by the SEBI itself. So these are the kind of importance that you are seeing today in terms of development in our country. So definitely this is highly an important situation, an important factor that we are talking about. Followed by the SSI sector, the small scale industrial sectors, which are coming up, where there's a loan scheme that's available for the commercial complexes, development of industrial estates to acquire the medical equipments, acquire generators, hospitals, running homes, medical stores, acquiring of second-hand machinery, which is coming up, maintenance and construction of roads, marketing related activities. So you are able to see that we are trying to cover a whole lot of enterprises altogether, which are being today talked in as the sunrise sectors. Followed by, if you see the National Equity Fund Scheme, the corporate loan scheme and the rental discounting, these are all these small scaling schemes which will actually help you to build your enterprise in a very big manner. Why? Because government has understood that somewhere the need for funds should not be a barricade for these small scale industries to grow. So they have created a lot of loan schemes and funding agencies through which the small scale industries can be developed. Followed by the loan scheme is also available for training institute, for technology parks. We are talking about software development, qualified professional, construction of new offices and building, the transport, acquisition of ISO certification by the SSI unit. So definitely this is going to be quite interesting for all of us to see, to learn and to develop. Yes, we are trying to come up with a lot of factors here, and we are seeing that technically these institutes are growing, technology parks are also going, and we are doing a lot of effort in terms of the qualified professional, construction of new building, transportation sectors. All these acquisitions are being on the lines of growth, and this is definitely going to provide a very big push in terms of these small scale industries. Followed by SIDBI, which was established in the year April 2nd, 1990. The Small Scale Industrial Development Bank of India is an exclusive organization which has been promoting the financing and development of small scale industries altogether. SIDBI is headed by the chairman and managing director altogether. It's headed by the government establishment altogether, and it's operating different programs through the regional offices, and they have about 33 branches through which the entire SIDBI is being supported. Followed by the range of services from the SIDBI, where you will see that you have been able to see the SIDBI coming up in terms of expansion of new units. They are also helping in terms of marketing development projects. Various kinds of assistance has been provided in terms of modernization and upgradation of the units. The range of SSI services, we are also going to talk in terms of infrastructural developmental agencies, leasing and hire purchases, existing support in terms of building the export-oriented units altogether. All these factors are coming up in a very big way. Followed by, let's also talk about the foreign currency loans, the imports and the sectors there we are talking about. Execute the confirmed export orders by the way of shipment, credit and post services that we are talking, post shipment, import and export duties. These are all the next areas or the next levels altogether where we are seeing the support coming in from the SIDBI. Followed by the venture capital assistance, because there are a lot of young dynamic people who want to start their industry. So small small scale entrepreneurship is coming up in a big way. And yes, they are being supported by the SIDBI also. Now, SIDBI also does something called as refinancing. What do we mean by refinancing? Is providing a top-up kind of loan, which is used for upgradation of technology, modernization of industries, and you do provide consulting, you do help in terms of giving loan opportunities or better employment opportunities through which the small-scale industries can be completely developed. Now, microfinancing initiatives have come up in a very, very big way in India. Why? Because whenever, if these days when you go through the apps and other kind of things, you will see buddy loan, home loans available, friendly loans, credit loans, all these kind of things which have been able to help people. Up to 25 lakhs is the loan that has been assisted and provided so that you will be able to pick up money immediately and start up with it. In fact, when you started seeing with Dhani, that's an app that's come up from India Bulls. Actually, they had come up with a micro loan application process so that anybody who wants to start up a very, very small business can start up with a fund up to 25 lakhs and start growing up their idea altogether. So with this, I come to the end of the session. I hope and believe that all the information provided through this session would be of a great help and resource to you. In the upcoming session, we will learn more about the small scale industries development. But until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay enlightened forever. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful session.